Okay, so here we go. Welcome everybody, and welcome to Connect In. Connect In is a weekly broadcast about the importance of getting out of your head and back into your body, right? When we are out of our head, when we are out of our eternal eek, um, and come back into the body, we can manage our life easier. We can manage life as a centered, grounded, sovereign person, right? And it all starts by bringing your awareness to your body, to the weight of your body on the earth, and breathing. Connecting in is one of the many tools of the heart that I offer because I deeply believe that when we can get out of our head and back into our heart, we can trust our heart's guidance. In other words, you can trust your own inner wisdom. You can be your own inner guru and stop looking outside yourself for approval, for yeses, for all of those things. And Tools of the Heart is a program that I offer every 2 to 3 months, and it's a 21-day program to get you back into your body. Um, I believe it is our body that helps guide us through feelings and sensations of how to navigate life. Our head, as beautiful as she is, can guide us to a certain point. But when you really need to, or when you feel the yearning to change, to be your brightest, best self, your mind can throw up a hissy fit. I know. Wow, what? You want to do what? You stay safe, girl. That's what the mind says. The truth is your heart is going, yeah, this is your truth. This is who you are. And that's the beauty of coming out of your head and back into your heart. Yeah. So take a moment, breathe, feel the weight of your body on the earth, and wiggle your toes. Let us as a community, regardless of time and space and location, take this moment to come in and down back inside yourself. Because the truth is when we are in our power, we can create change in ourselves, with our families, in our jobs. And the change happens because you're following your yes, because you're following this deep internal guidance. And it just starts by feeling your breath, bringing it to your belly, and feeling your feet on the ground. I know, super simple, right? Just notice what's present in your body, right? What's there? Boredom, apprehension, excitement, stress, and that's the topic that we're going to talk about today. Just be present with what's there. Part of reclaiming your energy, your vitality, your power is to bring all of you back. And so, what does that mean? That means that you don't get to tuck, not get, I don't recommend that you tuck parts of yourself that you don't like off to the side, because really what you're doing is tucking parts of your energy off to the side. I'll say that again. When you tuck the parts of you that you don't like off to the side, you're actually taking away some energy from you. And to be the full, strong, empowered, vibrant, authentic, heart centered woman that you want to be, you need all of you. Now, they may not be the parts of you that you like love and adore because, your inner critic can be a challenge. You know, the tantrum child can be a tantrum, a challenge as well, but they are part of us. And to at least hold space for those feelings and sensations is transformative. Yeah. So notice how you feel in your body now. What's present? Right? You don't have to do anything with it. You just got to notice. Right? So let's talk about stress. Right? I'm going to just say this, and you all may or may not agree with me, but I find it, this is my truth. We are under more stress than we can even imagine. And I'm sorry for bringing this up so early in the morning, but you know what? This is the truth. We are under so much stress. Think about it. We were stressed before we came into the great pause or the pandemic. We are still dealing with it. And in the past 21 months, we have seen all kinds of upheaval, right? World politics, world politics upheaval, environmental upheaval, equality issues. I mean, there is so much. And we're all trying to figure out our place in the world in the middle of a pandemic. And regardless of whether these vaccines are present or not, we are still in the middle of a pandemic, which creates an enormous amount of stress. I mean, think about it. If this was in the, was it 1600s, right? This would be, sorry, my timing may be off here. This could be the Black Plague. I mean, the good news is we do have ways to manage that, to keep it from spreading. But just think of that level of stress. I only bring that up for you to think about a level of stress. And so we are hyper vigilant. We are like on the edge most of the time. And it's really hard to get out of your head and back into your body when we are on edge. But we gotta. The other thing that's happening in this great pause, as some folks are calling it, is that, some of us are looking around and going, you know what? I wasn't so sure I liked the way my life was before. I like to change something. I like to feel like I'm participating in the world more. I would like to just be more engaged in what is important for me. And a lot of people are starting to look around and saying, how can I live my life in a way that is more authentic for me? And then some of us are just going, shit, how do I get through this day? And, there is all of that present. And we all have to give ourself a lot of space for that. And I believe that also that when we have the opportunity to really just come back inside for ourselves, even if it's just for a little moment, that is an act of self love. Listening to our heart is an extreme act of self love. Just taking the time, like now, just taking the time to listen to this and think to yourself, oh, yeah, like how do I come in and settle just for a moment, right? Even in that nanosecond, we come back in, we notice what's in our body. That's an act of self love. Self love fills you up. Coming back to your body brings you into the present moment. It fills you up. It gives you some space to think, some space to feel, some space to be and dream, right? So think about that. Feel into your body right there. Like, how does it feel in your body to invite a little bit of space, to invite a little bit of dreaming? Yeah, it feels different. If you go back and take a moment and shift your attention over to thinking about how does it feel to be or to connect in with that level of stress that's in your system. That's a very different experience than the experience of being curious, of dreaming, of allowing some space for yourself to think about life a little bit differently. When you come back into your body and your heart, you are a better person. You are a better partner, a better mom, a better friend, a better employee, just by the nature of coming back in and saying, hey, I'm here. In all my beautiful hot messes at times, but I'm here. And within that statement of loving your hot mess, if you will, um, you actually begin to, just love yourself up again. All right. I keep going off topic ever so slightly, but hey, they always say that we teach what we need to know, and I get really squirrely at times, and I get really anxious at times, and the only thing that brings me back is that mantra of breath to belly to feet, right? Some of you may know a bit about me, but I have a 25-year plus experience of being a five element acupuncturist, a shamanic practitioner, and an energy healer, which means I am mostly watching how energy moves at the level of our body, of our mind, and of our spirit. And so a lot of these things that I share sound meditation ish, and they are a closed eye experience. But they're also talking about the function of how our energy moves. And so think about this. Think about coming back to that experience of being just super stressed, right? Your diaphragm contracts, your belly contracts. When all that contracts, there is no flow from head to feet, right? Everything just goes, right? And then, which, is like a little log jam backup, which means all the energy gets stuck in your head. And you know this because when you get super stressed, some of you might get a headache, right? There's a log jam. Things are not flowing. In the five element acupuncture world, when there is flow, there is health, right? When there's not flow, there is the beginning of pathology, of illness. And that can go along with emotions. So if you're kind of not allowing a particular emotion to be present or have a voice, or if that's the only thing that's present, like if it's stuck on or off, that can lead to illness. And so, in this case where we're stressed and we're contracting our body, and if you're watching this as a blog, you could just kind of see me, contracting my hands, bringing my arms in tight, making myself small. Peeps, this is what we do when we're stressed. We like curl up in a little ball as much as we can and shoulder on through the day. Right. And so, flow isn't happening. Your energy isn't happening. You can't access your feet. You can't access those soft, vulnerable, beautiful parts of yourself because you've put on your defense warrior outfit, your Xena outfit, or your Wonder Woman shields and cuffs. But really, it's like as we fill up with ourselves, we actually have an internal defense system that comes on that can kind of ward off stress. But that's a conversation for another time. So when we come out of our head and breathe into our belly and into our feet, what we're doing is where our attention goes, our energy goes, right? So if just thinking about your feet, and just notice this inside you, when we think about our feet, that actually allows a little trickle of energy to start moving down through your body. It allows you to stop that clenched, curled up ball experience. It allows you to soften or to create a little bit more space in your body. The stress around us, the current stress that we are all in process of managing, really isn't going to go away anywhere soon. And that sucks. That sucks for all of us. And we all manage it in different ways. And the best thing that we can do for ourselves is make sure our energy is flowing, right? And so the very first tool for your heart is to come back into your body. Okay, so let's do that together. Soften your eyes. When your eyes are soft, you actually begin to drop into your heart space. Bring your awareness to your breath. Invite your breath to kind of come all the way down into your belly. Allow your belly to be soft. Good. Now bring your belly down into your hips. I'm sorry, bring your breath down into your hips. Feel the weight of you. If you're sitting, feel the weight of you on your chair. Bring your breath down your legs. And imagine your breath coming out the bottom of your feet. And wiggle your toes or curl your toes. Breath to belly to feet. Gripping your toes. And just notice how you feel in your body. Is there a little bit more expansion? Is there a little bit more flow? If you do this every day, you create a muscle memory, and so your body begins to learn what it feels like, or remember, I should say, what it feels like to come inside, right? Out of our head, back into our body, so that we can listen to our heart. Breath to belly, feet. Now, my recommendation or suggestion is when you are in a situation, when you start feeling yourself bottling up, like all that energy is coming up, take a moment, breath, belly, feet, or even in a shorter way, when you feel like you're bottling up, grip your toes to the earth and just breathe down. That is probably one of the most powerful ways that you can care for yourself, that you can love yourself. It's just to come back inside. Now, there's many tools for the heart that I offer, but for now, in this time of incredible stress, breath, belly, feet is the very first way that you can begin to come back into your power, that you could connect in with yourself. And when you do that, not only do you get unstressed, right? You also have the opportunity to really find out where and what's important for you. How's that feel for you? Breath to belly to feet. This is the tool for your heart that will allow you to live your life. One of the tools for your heart to live a life where you're you, where you can stand in your power and really kind of show up in the world in the way that you want to show up in the world. Be that at home, with yourself, with your dog, with your partner, with your work. So if you want to learn and explore my blog, which is DominiCelebrate.com blogs, there are a ton of resources there for you. So, let me help you support you. Let me help you be your brightest, best self so we can make the changes that we want in the world. Okay? Reach out also. DM me, email me through the website. Let me know how this works for you. I would really love to continue this conversation with you because together we can really make the world a better place. And I know that sounds contrite, but when we all stand in our power, we mirror that for other people and for younger generations. And we do that really by coming back to our heart. So until next week, I send you all a lot of love and encourage you to send a little love back to yourself. So life could be just a little bit more easeful, can have a little bit more flow. So thanks for watching, listening, and again, really reach out. I would love to know how I can support you. Bye bye.